There we go. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes. What is you said vodka, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, vodka is an example of alcohol. What else is alcohol? Yeah, beer, true. Wine. Wait, what? Shabazz? Yeah, that's a fancy. I believe it's champagne. I'm not positive, but I didn't know how to spell it. Shabazz. Oh, Shiraz. Shiraz. Well, there's something called Shiraz, which is a wine, but it's Shabazz. But okay, so yeah, these are all examples of alcohol. So we all understand what that is, right? Remember, we are reading our vocabulary words on page 99. What is the one thing of your vocabulary words? What's one thing can happen if you drink? What can happen? Pick one of your vocabulary words. There you go. That's the magic word. DUI. Now it's our vocabulary word, everybody. DUI.
DUI.
What does it stand for?
Driving
Influence.
Yes, driving under the influence. For DUI, it's the same thing. And we all understand this is a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
Of course. So what I wanted to do today is I wanted to show you some ways to help you in case you find yourself in a situation that you're unsafe. And we're going to review our vocab words at the same time for your test tomorrow. So we're going to kill two birds with one stone today. So let's look on our activity page. Let's look on page, before we do that, since this is kind of weird, we were asking about alcohol, so I wanted to show you. I want you to tell me, class, is this alcohol? Yes, no, maybe. There we go, okay. Now, is this alcohol? Juice, yes, juice. You can see it's red, and it's juice. So, kids can drink this. So, yeah, this is juice. Good. Now, let's go over here. Okay, what is that? Is that juice? Why? Why do you think it's not? Well, alcohol, yes, but how do you know? Zoom it in a little bit. But it looks the same, doesn't it? Doesn't it look red? The same? But it's not. How do we know this has alcohol right here? How do we know that? It's not beer. Think about it as wine. Similar. But how do you know? How did you know? Khalid, something told you. A package. That's true. If this has alcohol, it will say this word, alcohol, on the package. That means it has alcohol. So you guys know. Because I'd hate for it if you go to like a party with some, American people, and they give you this, and I don't want you to think it's juice. It's not. It has the word alcohol. It has alcohol. My Saudi students, I don't want anyone to ever trick you and say, hey, it's punch. No, I want you to look at the bottle so you know. That way you know not to do it. Or you can make a conscious decision of what you want. Ladies too. Sometimes, you party with American guys. Maybe, they drink a lot and they come on, drink with us. But, or hey, there's no alcohol, it's punch. I want you to understand you have to read the bottle to always know. And it has this word, alcohol. If it has this, it has alcohol. Now, let me show you another example. How about this? Does that have alcohol? No. This is called Kool-Aid. Yeah, but you can see it looks the same, doesn't it? Yes, it looks the same as this. Yeah. Right, because of the bottle. But it's important. It looks the same, but I want you always to read and look. That is very important here. So, and then one more. How about that? Does it have alcohol?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know? Oh, you know. Okay. No. Also, let me zoom it in. You see where it says 8%? ALC. That stands for alcohol. It may not have the word, but it will have ALC. That still means the same thing. So you understand that. So good. So just be careful with what I want you to be. Because we don't want you to have a DUI, a penalty, or a warrant. All those wonderful things that we're reading about. I don't want that to happen to you. Okay, now let's go to Maggie. Read activity 1, please. Or is it DUI activity 1? It should be this page, right? Good, thank you. And then Raj, can you read the second paragraph?
With your partner, write down about 3 things you can do to make sure you and your friends will get home safe tonight. We will share our answers with the class and discuss the pros and cons of each idea.
Good. So right now, just 2 minutes. Work with your partners. Just think of 3 things that you can know that will help you. You can think of what's an idea to make sure you're safe. You come home, you're gonna go out. What can you do so that you know you're gonna come home safe? Go to sleep. Wake up tomorrow. Go to school. How can you make sure that happens if you go out with your friends drinking? Come up with 3 ideas. Anything, just whatever you can think of, and we'll discuss that. So just take a few minutes, and you can share your answer, same answer, with your partner. Oh, you finished? Oh, oh okay. That's cool. I was like, awesome. 2 minutes. Good. These are good. Good. Those are good examples. What else? Good. That's good. Yes. Yes. That's good. That's good. Right. That's good. That's a very smart answer. Call your mom. No. No. Bodyguard. Okay, there's a word for that, but okay, write that down. There's a correct terminology, but I'll tell you that in a moment. But yeah, you can put bodyguard. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, call your friend to pick you up. These are good things. I see a lot of that. A lot of people, you guys understand, calling friends or taxis. These are good solutions. So, good. So over here, class, we know this word. They're a taxi. Good. What's good about calling a taxi? If to make sure you get home safe, what can we do? What's good about it? Why is that good?
Because if you drive, maybe you accident.
Exactly. Taxi for the pro, it keeps you safe because the driver will drive you home safe. Now, what's a bad thing? What's a con? What's bad about it? Yeah, a little bit of money. But also, look at your vocabulary word in your book, number 5. What's word number 5? Oh, no. Oh, that's not. I'm sorry. Look at word number 3. I'm sorry. Look at number 3. 3. There you go. How much money do you think that's going to cost? It's very.
5.
That is higher. Higher. It's more expensive. If you get caught with it, it could be 5,000 and up. For that, yes. So a bad thing about a taxi is a little bit of money, $20, or you can spend 5,000. The choice is yours. But that's the only minor bad thing about it. Good. What's another strategy? What else can you do? Bus. Yeah, bus. Okay, let's try that bus. Good. But what's good about the bus? Cheaper. Yeah, cheaper. Cheaper and safe. Good. What's bad about it? Time. Yeah, time. Also, let's look at your word here on page number 7. Maggie, what's number 7? Penalties. What is penalties? What does it mean? Punishment. Okay. So yeah, the bus, it takes a long time. What else takes a long time? Jail. Your penalty for getting a DUI, jail. And that is a long time. Probably not as long as waiting for the bus. So the bus is probably, you think that's a better option? Or would you rather jail? Jail or bus? What do you think? Yeah, very good. I'm glad you remember that. But look, the con is very small compared to what could happen if you're unsafe. So these are good strategies. And then you said, Raj, read what you wrote. I like what you said. Bodyguard, okay. But the word is not bodyguard. Does anybody know what we call somebody who doesn't drink and takes everyone home? There's a word for it. Pick up and yeah. We call that person the bodyguard. We call that everybody designated driver.
Designated driver.
Designated driver.
Designated driver.
What does a designated driver do? I'm not sure. Close. What do you guys think? What is a question? What is the designated driver? Hmm? Replace your driver. Okay. What do you think a designated driver does? He drives, but what's special about him?
Protect.
Yes.
Protect.
Protector. Khalid, you had it. They don't drink. So if you have all your friends, this person does not drink, so they're not going to get a DUI or no penalties. None of those things would happen if you have a designated driver, as long as they don't drink. Which if they don't drink, this is a good strategy to make sure you get home safe. These are good ways they can help. Now, the pro is that, again, what's a good thing about a designated driver? What's good? Comfort, safe, and safe. What's the bad thing you think for a designated driver? Hmm? A lot of designated? No, designated drivers are usually a friend that does that for you. Yeah, but what's bad about a designated driver? What's a bad thing? If the designated driver doesn't drink, but all of you are drinking, what are they going to be doing? Bored. That's right, bored. They're bored, but is that really a big deal? No, you see here, bored, a little money, a little time, and bored. But the bad things are not that bad. Little bit of money to make sure you're home is very important. So yeah, it's very small in these comparisons. Oh, okay, we'll get into that. We'll get into that in a moment. Actually, Khalid, can you read activity 2 now? Everybody turn the page to activity 2. Yeah, there you go. Go ahead.
You will have been drinking alcohol all night and are thinking of driving.
Oh, go ahead.
Look at this vocabulary word from page 99 with your partner. Get to vocabulary word and write one sentence for each vocabulary word. Explain what bad things can happen if you drink and drive. Use this vocabulary word.
Thank you. So here are the words, everybody. So these are the words on page 99. Everybody, let's go over them together. The first one is toll roads.
Toll roads.
Then we have warrant.
Warrant.
We have DUI.
DUI.
Speed limit.
Speed limit.
Tow truck.
Tow truck.
Penalty.
Penalty.
Permit.
Permit.
Okay, so use your books on page 99, and with your partners, just think of use these words, pick two words, and write a sentence that explains a bad thing that can happen. For example, I picked the word, does everybody know what this means, toll roads? Okay, so I'm going to use this in a sentence to show you what bad thing can happen if you're drinking and driving. Toll roads. Good. So here's one example with the camera. The police like to wait on toll roads. They do. The roads where people pay to go on, the police are right there. So, if you've been drinking and driving, how can this be bad? How? What can happen? If you're drinking and driving and you go to a toll road where the police are waiting, ticket, okay, tickets. More than likely, jail. Jail. You go to jail. You do. These things, you go to jail. So go ahead. Just take another few minutes. Pick some of the vocab words and then try to describe something bad that could happen. And just use your books. Use the words. Use your book. Speed limits in there. You have the words there, right? Oh, man. You have the words. Speed limit? Okay. Use that one. Good. So we have the word here, vocab word. Everybody, speed limit.
Speed limit.
What does that mean?
How fast?
You can go. Yeah, how fast? So you were explaining how could you use this in a sentence? Mhm. That's true. A camera can take a picture. That's a good example. They can stop you. So also, what happens if you go over the speed limit too fast? Yeah, you can. The police will do what? Stop you. And if you're drinking, they'll catch you right there. So that's the thing about drinking also. If you drink and drive, you don't drive careful. Sometimes you can speed. So a sentence would be with speed limit. How do you think you could use it in a sentence? If you drink, what can happen? Yeah. If, I'm sorry, what? No, you're right. You're right. If you drink, you can go over. Okay. So a good sentence. If you drink and drive, you can go over the speed limits, which is against the law. It breaks the law. If you drink and drive, you can go over the speed limits. Here. So that's a bad thing you can do. So, all right, Maggie, do you have one? Do you have a you can share? Yes, it can cost you your license. Also, look at your vocab words. There's one word that's similar to license. If we look at our vocabulary words, a license gives you what? Permit. There you go. Permit. So you can just change Maggie. License is good, but write permit, our vocab word, above license. A permit in our vocab word, it gives you permission to do something. Driving or a business, you have to have a permit, permission to do that. So that would be one example of using that in a sentence. Good. Does anyone else have another one they want to share?